He somersaults his own abdomen into his mate's fangs mid-mating. She starts digesting him. He finishes anyway, then does it again, and being eaten actually doubles his chances of becoming a father. Welcome. These are the 5 most toxic male mating habits in the animal kingdom. Stay till number 1, because number 1 looks like something your 6-year-old sleeps with. He is the most disturbing male in this entire video. 5 males. Some are villains. Some are victims of their own biology. And one of them is going to make you feel things you did not expect to feel today. Let's go. Coming in at number 5, the redback spider. I need you to understand the full weight of what we are about to discuss. 80%. 80% of male redback spiders never find a mate. That is the worst match rate of any species on Earth. Tinder has better odds, and Tinder is rough. And it gets worse because what he does when he finally finds her is the most desperate, toxic act in this entire video. He travels for 6 to 8 weeks across 3 meters of Australian bush just to find her. 3 meters is the length of a dining room table. 6 weeks to cross a dining room table, and most of them die trying. Only 11 to 13% of males ever successfully find a mate. So when he finally picks up her pheromone trail, when he finally finds her web, he does not rush. He approaches the edge and he begins to play it like an instrument. He plucks the threads in a specific rhythm, a vibration that says, "I am not food. I am here for something else. I am here for you." And he cannot stop, because if he stops too soon, if he cuts the courtship short before she has heard enough, she kills him before mating even begins. He has to play for a minimum of 100 minutes of non-stop plucking. No response, no read receipt, just him, playing, hoping. And when she finally allows him close enough, he climbs onto her abdomen, belly to belly, facing the same direction. He inserts his palp into her. A few seconds later, he uses it as a pivot. He does a headstand and flips his body 180 degrees so that his abdomen lands directly over her fangs, on purpose. She pierces his abdomen with her fangs and begins extruding digestive enzymes almost immediately. He is being digested, and he is still going because the sperm transfer happens independently of everything else. After 2 to 25 minutes, he pulls himself free, damaged, partially digested, missing pieces of himself he is never getting back. Now, here is the part that makes him the most tragic victim of his own biology in this entire video. He gets back on the web and courts her again for another 10 minutes, then climbs back on, does the somersault again. 65% of the time, she eats him completely on the second round. And I need to tell you why he does this. Millions of years ago, some males somersaulted and some did not. The ones who somersaulted extended the encounter. She was occupied, she was fed, she was less likely to mate with a rival. Their genes had a better chance. And so, over millions of years, the somersault became standard, encoded, inevitable. He gave her everything, including the parts she was already eating. This is not a horror story. This is the most committed love story in the history of living things. Ryan Gosling built her a house in The Notebook. This guy let her eat him alive. He wins. Do you have a friend like that? So desperate for a mate he would let himself be partially digested just to stay in the game? Send this to him with a message that says, "I think I found your toxic dating style." Coming in at number 4, the lion. Picture the African savanna, golden grass as far as you can see, a pride of lions resting in the shade, cubs wrestling with each other, females grooming, everything calm, everything familiar. And then, at the edge of the territory, something moves. A new male, bigger, younger, and he did not come alone. He brought his boys. This is Elon Musk walking into Twitter headquarters carrying a sink. Except the sink is 3 lions, and the headquarters is your entire family. Let that sink in. The males who live there fight to protect what is theirs. They lose. The new male walks in, and before anyone has processed what just happened, he is already moving through the pride, walking like he already owns it. He finds the first cub. The mother charges, and he does not even flinch. He is twice her size, and she knows it. He kills the cub. Then he finds the next one. The mothers scream and fight back, but none of them are big enough to stop him. He kills every single cub in the pride. It is over in minutes. And before the sun goes down, he is approaching the females whose cubs he just killed, because a female lion will not ovulate while she is nursing, and he did not come here to raise someone else's children. He came here to start his own. Infanticide accounts for a full quarter of all lion cub deaths in the wild. This is not rare. This is the plan. This is exactly what Scar did in Lion King, and we called him the villain. Nature calls him efficient. If you thought calculated lions are toxic, wait until you see what desperate looks like. Coming in at number 3, the porcupine. She is available for 12 hours a year. 12 hours. Her entire fertility window for the year is roughly the length of a Netflix binge, and he knows this. So when October arrives and she starts signaling from her tree, every male in the surrounding territory drops everything and comes running. They fight each other to get to her. With their quills and their teeth. These fights are not clean. They bite. They stab each other with their own quills. Researchers showed up the morning after one fight and collected over 1,400 quills off the ground. One male was found hanging upside down from a branch. Another crawled away missing an ear, an actual ear. Gone, just to get to her. He fought a Van Gogh just to get to her, and the winner climbs her tree and waits. And when he decides the moment is right, he rears up on his hind legs and opens fire. A high-pressure stream of urine fired directly at her from up to 6 feet away. He fires again and again, for hours, from a different branch, like a guy at a bar who keeps trying from a different angle. And before you ask, yes, she can say no. She just has to shake the urine off first, or scream at him, or try to bite him. And he has to start over. If she is interested, she curves her tail over her back, exposes the quill-free underside, and allows him to mount for 2 to 5 minutes. Then he leaves a plug inside her so no other male can follow. The porcupine invented possessiveness. He just made it biological. And then he leaves. She spends the next 7 months pregnant. He is already looking for the next 12-hour window, and his opening line was urine. Coming in at number 2, the bedbug. After the spider, the lion, and the porcupine, you would think nothing could surprise you. The bedbug would like a word. There is no courtship, no signal, no warning. The male bedbug looked at the entire concept of reproduction and decided to start from scratch. What he has instead of a conventional reproductive process is a needle, a literal hypodermic needle-shaped organ which he uses to stab the female directly through the wall of her abdomen, not into her reproductive system, not anywhere near her reproductive system, through her body cavity, into her internal fluid, where the sperm then diffuses on its own, finds the ovaries, and handles things from there. Scientists call this traumatic insemination, the most accurate 2 words ever put together in the history of science. Every encounter leaves a scar on her abdomen, a permanent record of every time he showed up with the needle, Chris Brown has entered the chat. He just climbs on and stabs. And the female does something that should make every person watching this deeply uncomfortable. The female bedbug evolved a specialized organ just to receive the stabbings. Her body looked at this situation, assessed it, determined that it was not going to stop, and built infrastructure around it. A dedicated receiving structure, reinforced, designed specifically to reduce the damage from an attack that was never going to end. She didn't solve the problem. She managed it with her own biology. This is not a mating strategy. This is a Kanye album, completely unhinged. Zero self-awareness, somehow still going, while she quietly built an entire system just to survive him. And just so we are all clear about who we are talking about here, this is the bedbug, the same creature that has made grown adults throw out entire mattresses, burn luggage, check into therapy, which means every bedbug that has ever ruined your vacation was born from a toxic, domestically violent male. You're welcome. Coming in at number 1, the sea otter. I need you to take everything you know about sea otters and set it on fire. Every photo, every stuffed animal, every calendar, every viral video of 2 otters holding hands while they sleep so they do not drift apart in the current. All of it. Gone. Because the male sea otter is the most disturbing creature in this entire video. He looks like something you would buy at an airport gift shop for a child. During mating season, the male pursues females relentlessly. She runs. He follows. She swims faster. He is faster. When he catches her, he bites her face, specifically her nose, and holds her head underwater to subdue her. This is not metaphorical. This is not exaggerated. He bites her nose and holds her head underwater until she stops struggling. Sometimes this takes 16 minutes. Sometimes it takes 73 minutes. He is not in a hurry. Sometimes she drowns. If she drowns, he continues anyway, because he thinks she is submitting. One male was observed with the dead body of a female for 10 months. She drowned during mating, and he never let go. Researchers in the field identify female sea otters not by tags, not by size, but by the scars on their faces. 4% of all female sea otter deaths are caused by mating injuries. He does not restrict himself to his own species. Scientists have documented male sea otters pursuing harbor seal pups, baby harbor seals, using the same method, the same grip, the same outcome. If you think that is the most disturbing thing a toxic male sea otter has ever done, brace yourself. There is documented video evidence of a male sea otter attempting to mate with a dead seabird. He is the Ted Bundy of the ocean. Charming exterior. Catastrophic reality. Everybody loved him. Nobody should have. He looked like he belonged in a gift shop. He belongs on a warning label. He is the reason trust issues exist. He is the reason you cannot take a thing at face value. He is the most aggressively misleading animal on the planet. Somewhere right now, someone has a sea otter plush toy on their bed and they do not know. Send this to your best friend, the one who dated the pinchably cute one. Pinchably cute, deceptively toxic. She deserves to know that toxic and cute can come in the same package. It is not just her. So there it is. 5 males, 5 completely different kinds of toxic behavior. Which one do you think was the most toxic? Tell me in the comments. I genuinely want to know, and while you are at it, if you watch this entire video and still have not subscribed, that might be your toxic trait. Subscribe already. I am building this weird little corner of the internet, one spectacularly questionable species at a time. And honestly, at this point, leaving would be suspicious.